Hello and welcome to the American Red Cross Salesforce Rapid Learn training session on joint accounts. During this session, we will review the new page layout for a joint account. The joint account layout is basically populated from the same individual account page. The difference is really going to be how you populate the fields and how contacts are added. Let's get started. Here we are on a joint account for Mr. John R. McBride and Mrs. McBride. The account details section shows the status flag. You will note that this account is active. The account details shared section has a note for you to be reminded that changes here will impact other systems, so just keep that in mind when making any changes. The account name will be populated as Mr. John R. McBride and Mrs. McBride to include the joint account. The account record type will be noted as individual. The Include in Funnel checkbox is marked by default. This checkmark will ensure that this donor's information is to be included in the funnel report. If the donor wishes to remain anonymous in their giving, the anonymous checkbox would be marked. The additional names section is really where you'll capture the fact that it is a joint account. For example, the salutation, this field is used for an inside mailing greeting. In this case, the mail will be referring to Mr. John R. McBride. The addressee field is used for the outside of an envelope. And this is where we'll capture that joint account of Mr. McBride and Mrs. McBride. The honor roll field is really the name of the donor as it should appear in a public listing or honor roll. The additional account details shows who the relationship manager is, the region, and the chapter of the relationship manager. If this account was to remain private, so that it was not viewable to others, this checkbox would be marked. The status of this account is active, as noted here. If this account was to be marked as inactive, you would note that information in the status reason or status reason other field. Let's scroll down to the next section, the address information. On this joint account record, you'll notice that this is a section for the team approach address. These fields are locked. This information comes over from the data warehouse and will be populated for you. If there was any description that you wanted to include about this joint account, you could include that in the description field. The system information section includes a Salesforce account ID and a team approach ID if applicable. It shows who this record was created by and when it was last modified. The custom link section gives you those three different views. For example, you have the converted giving history for this joint account. You have the account details. This is a read-only page that basically is going to give you additional detail about this account. And a donor profile report. That's going to give you some more information about this particular donor provided from an outside source, and it's based on a prospect algorithm. The contact section includes both Mr. and Mrs. McBride. This is where it's important to make sure that each person on this joint account has their own contact record. For example, Mr. McBride has a contact record for John McBride, and Mrs. McBride, there's a contact record for Jane McBride. The asks section is left blank because the asks will be created from the contact record. Any gifts that come in for this joint account will be included in the gifts section. Any activities or tasks that are created for this joint account will be created in the open activities section. All activity history will show up here, and any notes and attachments related to this joint account can be uploaded or included in this new note or attach file section. There could be other relationship managers working together with you on this particular joint account, and if that were the case, they would be included in the account team section.